Howdy folks, I'm Colonel Sanders and you're not. Folks, today we're doing another episode of Cooking with Colonel Sanders, and this is going to be a recipe that I found online. I found it on Dance Around Kitchen, and I'm going to post it in the comments and the description where you can get this recipe from. I found it very good. I make a few adjustments to it myself for my own personal preference and the flavor of it. We're making pork chops with a honey garlic glaze on top of it. It's going to come out delicious. We did this once before. Decided we're going to film it for y'all. Maybe you guys can make your own twist on it or show us how it came out. We found it to be a very good, cheap, quick meal to make for the family. So we'll get into it. I'll show you what you need and we'll get to it. These are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some vegetable oil, some red pepper flakes, some honey, some water, some vinegar, salt and pepper. You can use minced garlic, and if you don't have that or you don't want to use it, you can substitute it with garlic powder. There's no problem with that. And some butter. And that's all you're going to need. Alright folks, so the first thing we're going to do is put 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in the pan. Oh, for crying out loud. Is this thing baby proof? 1.
Yeah.
2. Next thing you're going to do, you want to season your pork chops with some salt and pepper. Have your pork chops ready on the plate. You want to have your pork chops ready. If they're thin, you're going to cook them a little differently than what the website will tell you. Put them on the plate. Depending on how many pork chops you're going to make, they have a updated list of ingredients and amounts that you use based on the amount that you're going to use. So for us, we're making 2 times the amount. Our oil is heating up in the pan. We're going to salt and pepper these. Put them on the pan. You want to sear them for 3 minutes on each side. Alright, so now we're going to salt and pepper them. I'm going to do this before putting them on the thing. And we're going to sear them for 3 minutes on each side. 3 minutes on each side. Now it's going to be important not to overcook these at this point because they're thinner slices. So if you overcook them, you're going to have a very dry pork chop. Because they're going to cook again when you make the sauce. For this, I'm also going to have a clean plate to put the cooked pork chops or the slightly cooked pork chops on and separate it from the raw ones because you don't want to mix those up. So about 3 minutes on each side, and after your pork chops are seared, you're going to use the same pan to make your sauce in. The mistake that I made last time was I left the sauce in it while cooking and I burned it all. And we're going to do it differently this time. We're going to cook the sauce, make it thick, put it in a different thing, and then we're going to put the sauce over the pork chop as we're cooking it completely, and then serve it so the sauce isn't burnt. Here we have them cooking. Just want to flip them over, sear them like that. You just want to sear them, put them on the plate, and then we're going to make our sauce in this pan after they're done being seared. And then we're going to cook the pork chops again and put the sauce on it. It's a very quick and easy way. Again, the link to this recipe and where I found it will be in the description of the video and the comments, and I'll also and you can also tweak the recipe as you do, because when we get to the red pepper, I don't put as much of it in here. You see how it looks on this side? Slightly seared. That's what you want. They're done. We're going to go ahead and slap them on the plate here. Throw the next batch on.
Through the ages, passing his legend grew. Nephew rises proudly in Kentucky through.
Then you just want to lightly sear them. You don't want it to burn. Johnny Miller, let's see you do this. Does that satisfy you? What we didn't do last time, we accidentally seasoned them after. We didn't get them while we were cooking them. We didn't do that last time. 3 minutes on each side, each time. Struggle meals! And you guys got a Food Network for that. Sometimes I like to take the loneliest of meat, lather it around in the grease. Sure you gotta get coated. For folks that have been wondering, yeah, I wear pants. They think I've been free-balling it all this time. Y'all were wondering about the Kentucky Fried Beef. Y'all were making comments because you saw one of my older videos of me talking about the impersonators we have issues with and the commercials in the past that we've had issues with. Kentucky Fried Chicken between the late 1960s and early 1970s ran a chain of restaurants that spun off from the brand called Kentucky Roast Beef and Ham. And they served roast beef and ham. They also had the Colonel Sanders Inn that also served food and was a hotel. Kind of paying tribute to the old Sanders Court and Cafe that Uncle Harley was running a motor court. For those my age that don't know what a court is, it's not where you go see the judge. This is where you go to sleep if you were traveling. Now this is Kentucky Fried Pork Chop. Has no association with the brand. My page is not corporately sponsored. It's not sponsored or anything by the brand. I just happen to give them free advertisement through our family history. And we don't got an issue with the company anymore. We meet up with them over the issues with the brand and the commercials. Because they did that stuff, I'm able to do the stuff I'm doing now, so I thank them for disrespecting my family. It's the best thing that they've ever done. It is. That's not a blooper, seriously.
Be lucky.
All that hate that I had towards them for many years. All the hate that I've had towards them for years for their advertisements, we made up finally, and I've been learning so much about the company. I may not be sponsored by them, but they are teaching me some things and bringing me in to some groups I probably shouldn't be a part of, but because I don't work for them. But I appreciate it. Alright folks, so now we're going to turn that down to medium since we got a grease splatter all over the place. Seriously, I thank them for disrespecting our family in those ads because it allowed me to pick up the mantle and do what I'm doing now. So, it all works out in the end, folks. I'm sure something will come of that clown Johnny Miller too. Okay, so if I'm remembering the instructions right, because I'm not going by instructions, I'm just going by the ingredients. Okay, now we're going to make the sauce. And I cannot put the camera over the pan to show you the sauce being made because sister's making mashed potatoes, other sister's tending to a baby. So, this is going to have the spice.
Why?
Money. So, we'll need 4 tablespoons of butter because we love butter. Turn down your heat. 4 tablespoons.
Ooh, that garlic's strong. No. Is that mixed up?
1.
Yeah.
2. 3. 4. butter. So I'm going to turn that down while the butter's melting so I don't burn it. We're going to come over here and we're going to do this stuff. Alright, we're going to mix the honey and the water together. Stir it up. And then once we stir all that up with the vinegar, we're going to add it to the pot and pan, and then we're going to make our sauce. We're going to put 4 tablespoons of vinegar. 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to mix it all together and hope that it doesn't explode.
In the hills of Kentucky, a dream took flight. Harlan Sanders cooking deep in.
Now, folks, we're going to pour it into this pan.
Walking miles in the sun through thick.
This is our sauce.
Starting small
Now,
and humble with a big heart within.
when it comes to the pepper,
Colonel
I just put
secret
a little bit in it, not much, because everybody likes spicy. I do, but not everybody does. We're just going to cook this, and the longer that it cooks, the thicker the sauce will become. This is going to take a little bit.
Through the ages passing, his legend grew.
We're going to turn it up to medium heat to cook it. And then once it's cooked, we're going to move it over to a bowl this time, because last time we cooked it in this and it just burned everything. It came out good, but it burned everything, so this time we're going to do a little different. Okay. So, this series is just cooking recipes that we find online. People suggest to us. If you have suggestions of any, just leave them in the comments. We're going to do family recipes for members only, and we still need to finish off the 20 favorite recipes of Colonel Sanders by Kentucky Fried Chicken. The original recipes that he used for his Sanders Quarter Cafe. But this one is part of the series of recipes we find online. We may tweak them, we may use them as is, it just depends. As that one guy on TikTok says, clean up your mess. We like to clean it as we go here, so that we don't too big of a mess. In the bowl. This is a duck egg. And this, folks, is what we call a Johnny Miller advertisement, because he only uses his hands across seas. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm sorry, Johnny. You're just an embarrassment to the family, and we don't like you impersonating our uncle the way you do. And nothing against you personally, it's against you personally. And you want to be famous for it, so there you go. Anyways, this is what it looks like now. The longer you cook it, the more thick it's going to get. Right now it's pretty soupy, but the longer it's in here, the more caramelized it'll get. You don't want it too thick, and you don't want it too thin either. You want to be able to cook your pork chops with it. The honey glazed garlic sauce. Garlic is known to be in Kentucky Fried Chicken's 2020 packaging, meaning that if they never change the recipe, based on my theory, it would be one of the ingredients, because it's legally required by FDA. So this definitely has garlic in it, folks. And I'm adding just a little bit more honey to this because I think it could use it. The sauce seems like it's doing pretty good. So, what I'm going to do is scoop it out. I'm going to put it in this bowl. We're going to scoop this up, put it in the bowl, but we're not going to film that part of it because we need multiple hands. It's not a professional filming set. I do not work for the Food Network. They do not provide me with this crap. So, we're going to do that off camera and then come back to it. Kind of like we do with our gaming on Grounded. We'll start a series, not film for about 2 weeks, come back to it on the next episode, and you see a whole bunch of progress. Alright, now we're going to fully cook the pork chops in the pan with the sauce. We're going to constantly glaze over the pork chops, as the instructions say. I might do it a little differently. Some of the garlic's going to burn. You want to remove that. Don't lick your fingers. That's partially raw. Don't do what I just did. Turn it up a bit. And with our bowl, we're going to take just a little bit of this delicious, scrumptious stuff that's hotter than Hades, and we're going to drizzle it over our pork chops. And as this cooks, it's also going to absorb it into the pork chop and make the sauce even thicker. Got that going for us at least, right? For sides, my sister's making her homemade mashed potatoes, and we're having some just regular mac and cheese. We're going to cook these rest way, and then we'll show you what the finished product looks like. It's a quick and easy meal. Follow the instructions either in this video, preferably on the website. This was my take on it, and I think it's going to come out pretty good. She's going to show you what she's doing here with her mashed.
There's not much to it. Just put water in a pot and peel and cut your potatoes.
Making it from scratch.
Yeah. Well, sort of. And then when it's done, you drain them. And then you put butter. And then you put milk. I don't measure how much I put in it.
Yeah, she's part Italian, so she's everything in until the ancestors whisper to stop.
It's really all to it, and salt and pepper.
So folks, that is what the finished product looks like. It looks delicious. Yours might come out differently. Maybe you're a better cook than me. I'm kind of a novice to this. But I followed the recipe. I changed a little bit. The last time we made it similar to this, and the family loved it. So we're doing it again. Family home cooked meal. It's about an hour to get this far into it. I'm currently cooking the last three. Come over here now. Last three pork chops. This is what the sauce looks like. It's a honey garlic. It almost looks like it's barbecue sauce. Speaking of which, when you get this done, when this is done and you got your honey barbecue, it's not honey barbecue. When you get this done and you want to serve it, you can serve it alongside of anything really. I found that this is very good on a bun with barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It goes excellent with it, makes a great sandwich. That's what I like. And folks, this is what the finished product looks like. I'm quite happy with it. I think it came out good. Sauce tastes good. Everything looks good. Now we're just going to let it cool off a little bit, and then we'll serve it with my sister's mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. And once that's done, dinner will be served to the family. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm a novice at cooking. I understand I have some things, a long road to go with cooking. I didn't get a start at 5 years old like Uncle Harley did. I got a start now. This concludes our episode today with the honey not barbecue. I'm going to put barbecue sauce on mine. With the honey garlic glazed pork chops. I think they're going to come out good, and maybe you'll like them too. This is not my recipe. I got it from the website that I'm going to link below. And hopefully you too can make your own twist on it.